Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's The Handmaid's Tale Season 5, Episode 10, entitled Safe. I give a full episode recap with photos offset to the side, and then I give my review at the end. No need to dig around, and keep all of the minute marks in the comments. It's all coming up next. Silence. It feels like a ghost town as June kneels at her deserted garden. There's a delivered package, and it's just what June wanted, a bulletproof vest. Luke startles June as he quietly watches. There's another memorial service, and June will do the prayer. They are both exhausted from all of the hate in the world. Nick wants to speak with Lawrence. There was a shooting in Toronto in which June was in attendance. She's not a target. Lawrence claims that he heard, and it's unfortunate she could be a target, though with everything she's done. She convinced the Americans to enter into their country and to take their children. The government of Gilead does not target expatriates for execution. That's a current policy. She had a choice. 1,000 commanders. This is what happens in a fight. Everyone gets dirty. That, you know, is true. Handmaids scrub the floors as bells chime. They grunt and wipe sweat until Janine starts to sing It's a Hard Knock Life. Then others join her. Aunt Lydia hears them singing, and a smile begins behind the wall. She tells them that if they choose to sing, they must sing something a little more appropriate. Another aunt and several others have noticed Lydia's generosity towards Janine. She needs to find another posting, or they will find another use for her. Mrs. Putnam prepares for her wedding and isn't a fan of this suggestion from Lydia. Having Janine in her house is out of the question. Lydia thinks it's a good idea. She's already great with the child. Besides, Commander Lawrence has new ways of Gilead, and allowing Janine to stay would paint a new picture for their household. She would be the model of forgiveness and grace. Now Mrs. Putnam will consider the idea. Warrior Luke and June enjoy the sleeping of Nicole. She's sleeping in. Mark comes by, and now the baby is awake. The gunman was apprehended. Lannison John L., 56 years old, works at a bakery, and he has a fishing license. He was an angry man with a gun, and there are millions of them, but they have this one. If he has ties to Gilead, they will find them. June takes a moment to walk and talk to Mark alone. She wants to know how he's doing. He feels not well, and he's been to 19 funerals in 5 days. He's tired, but thanks June for asking. She wants him to get some rest and wishes him well. Before going back into the house, she notices a lot of the neighbors are moving and homes are up for sale. Now there's a vehicle that seems to be following her, and it is. She's hit by the truck and then ran over, crushing her arm. She notices a Gilead bumper sticker, and Luke comes to her defense, fighting the man in the trunk who has brought a gun. He screams for Moria to call an ambulance. The medical staff instructs, get her to radiology to check her head, neck, and chest. There's distorted sound as Luke is needed by the police for questioning. Nick meets Mark at the border, and now he's ready to talk. He's not armed, nor does he have any bugs. Nick then allows himself to be apprehended. Aunt Lydia has an important question. How would Janine like to see Angela again? She can do that if she stays with Mrs. Putnam, soon to be wed to Commander Lawrence. Janine is resistant, as she thought Lydia promised that she wouldn't be posted. But it's not like she has a choice. She agrees to the consideration, and it might be good. Nick is updated in June's condition. Luke is giving a statement to the police, and the driver is in ICU. Luke will join her as soon as he's done questioning. Nick thinks that it's best not to let June know that he was present. He touches her arm with no words, but is deep in thought. He kisses her forehead before leaving the room. Mark confirms now that they've made it to the end of their agreement, he needs Nick to sign some paperwork, a contract. He needs more than his words, and Nick signs it. Mark then gives his gratitude on behalf of the U.S. government. He looks forward to working with Nick soon. Nick assures that he will keep his end of the deal. He just needs Mark to keep June safe. Mark is curious. When he met with June, he was a driver, the eyes. He could have escaped with June somewhere else. Why didn't he just run? Nick feels that June has people who love her. She didn't need him. I'm nothing. Mark disagrees. No, you're not. Not to her. June begins her journey to recovery, and Luke is confident a gun in the house will bring them more safety. It's not going to be like Boston. June wants him to know that Boston wasn't his fault, but Luke deflects the comment, insisting June get some rest. It's prep for the big day, and Mrs. Putnam wants Janine to know having her in their home is a great start. Angela, though, is with her grandparents for the entire summer. This will give Janine time to prove herself. Until then, she must show she's worthy, and then Mrs. Putnam will consider her staying. Her presence around Angela is always supervised. Remember, she's her daughter, and if Janine says anything other than that, it will cost her her tongue. Everything is a trial period. Janine responds with, "Yes, Mrs. Putnam, I'm here to serve. Thank you, Mrs. Putnam." After Naomi leaves, Aunt Lydia is very happy at her ways and Janine and her behavior. She's relieved at Janine's response. Janine then learns from Martha that June was hurt. She's alive, but they're after her. Janine is frozen with shock. Wedding photos are taken, and Commander Lawrence has had enough. Everyone back to work. I'm sure that there's something you all could be doing. Naomi, now Mrs. Lawrence, wants to know if Janine has seen her room. Maybe she'd be happy to show her. Janine is now of Joseph. Being called that only triggers Janine, saying, "That's not my name. We're not friends." Do you really think that we're friends? I think you're one of the worst people I have ever known, and I'm not your friend. I hate you, Naomi. How can you not know that? Naomi is then called to another room, and Janine walks up the steps with envy, with slight joy. June is awakened by chatter between Luke, Rita, and Moria. They feel Luke is underestimating the danger. The Canadians already don't want the refugees there, and the guy in the truck was Canadian. Rita's friend is a Canadian police officer, and they got an alert. Mr. Thorpe, a guy from the truck, has died. They also confirmed with Luke's lawyer. Moria feels that they need to leave. He killed a Canadian on Canadian soil, and they're going to want Luke dead, and June. Rita's friends said that they can get a signed warrant for Luke soon. They might already have one. Luke doesn't mind getting arrested. He knows that he just protected his wife. June takes a moment to stop Luke from talking. "Luke, we have to run. We waited, and we waited too long. They didn't realize how much that they hated them. They can't help Hannah if they're dead. It's changing. This country is changing. America wasn't Gilead, and then it was. And then it was too late. We have to run. Now." Moira confirms the flight to Honolulu. Mark arrives, and their flight has been flagged. They can't leave. There are Americans on their way to Canada, and Canada doesn't want them there anymore. The plan is to place everyone on a train going west. He can get them all a spot. Nick barges into the wedding celebration and punches Lawrence, shouting, "You could have killed her." But Lawrence says it wasn't his decision. Commander Mackenzie notices Nick's rage and takes a mental note of his true feelings. Lydia wants Janine to fix the damage she's done. She's had a great opportunity, but Janine doesn't want to fix anything. Now eyes have come for Janine. No matter how much Lydia tries to stop them, they continue to take her away. She screams that she will call Commander Lawrence, but learns Lawrence gave the command. They even knock Lydia down to the ground when she won't stop speaking. Janine confronts a captured Martha, a quiet way to say everything's okay without speaking. The amount of people at the train station is overwhelming, Mark instructs. From Vancouver, they should be able to get a boat to the States, but if Canada Rail has a name on refugee cards, they'll be flagged. If so, throw them away and take these. They thank Mark, and June wants to know if Mark can tell Nick that they're safe. Nicole is safe. Mark bids them Godspeed. It's a big crowd, and one by one, individuals prepare for departure. Canadians one way, non-Canadians to another. Luke thinks June should go ahead and he'll stay behind. If he's flagged, that will stop everyone. June is admitted to board, and as predicted, officers are looking for Luke, saying, "Has anyone seen this man, Luke Bancole?" Luke calls her. "They're looking for me. If I'm with you, you're not safe." June cries that she doesn't want to get on the train, but Luke holds back tears. "You can't miss this train." June says over and over, "Find me, Luke. Come find me." They say, "I love you," and after the call, Luke gives himself up to authorities. June realizes that he never intended to get on the train. He only wanted to protect her and Nicole. Nick is being held in confinement, and Rose comes to visit. She wants to know why he protected her. If he loved her, he wouldn't leave his wife every time his girlfriend called. She knows that he can never let go. Nick said that he tried, but he can't. Now Rose doesn't want to be with Nick anymore. They had a good thing, and he ruined it. June consoles Nicole while she cries, saying that we'll have a game and we'll have fun in Honolulu. June hears a baby crying in the back of the train. "There's a baby on the back of the train. Let's go see." And then she notices Serena holding her son, Noah. Awkward silence until Serena asks, "You got a diaper?" And that is the end of the episode. And now it is time for your favorite part of the video. That's right, my review. So you guys, I'm conflicted. This is like bittersweet to me. I'm glad Nicole got away. I'm glad that she's safe, but there's so many things that are making me angry. Since season 6 is confirmed to be the final season of The Handmaid's Tale, and then there is a spinoff, I'm like, come on, because it gets redundant. And as an audience member, I'm getting very, very frustrated. I'm frustrated about Serena because it seems like she's just getting away with everything. Clearly, whomever helped her, get away from the Gilead Information Center, helped her out with this train. I really think that they reached out to authorities and then it flagged to Mark. And I really think Mark helped Serena get on the train. And when June finds out about it, this is my prediction, it's only going to piss her off. But I think Mark helped Serena because Noah is his baby, right? That's his child. And hopefully it'll come out in season 6. I really think that he was just like, man, with Serena, she's pregnant. This is my son. Let me help her get on this train and hopefully she'll be all right, But season 6, I hope they reveal who gave Serena a ticket, who helped her get on the train, and how in the heck she wasn't flagged. Clearly, I think she was flagged because maybe she's under a different alias with a different name. That's the only thing to me that makes sense. Now, when it comes to Nick, then Nick really made me mad. The fact that he, around all of the commanders, busted in the wedding and punched, Commander Lawrence, and, Commander McKenzie is seeing it, like, oh, he getting mad about June. That really upset me. Like, dude, you didn't keep your cool in front of all of these people. My guess and why Nick did such a stupid thing is I don't think Nick wants to live anymore. I think him touching June on the hand and kissing her on the forehead was like this goodbye. Like, I'm out. I'm tired of everything. June would take care of my daughter. That's cool, but I'm just done. I'm over it. I want to give, information to Mark. Whatever happens to me, whatever. I think he's done. I think he's just done with life. He doesn't care. He loves June. He loves his child. But the concept of living, it's like he knows the danger. He knows what's gonna happen. And you did it at the wedding in front of everybody. I think he just wants to just get it done, and he wants Gilead to do the work. I don't think he wants to take his own life. I think he wants Gilead to just do the dirty work and just get it done. I think that's why he did such a stupid thing. When it comes to Lydia, she's having this revelation of what she just believes just so heartily in with Gilead and seeing the terrible treatment of Janine. But Lydia made a lot of promises that she couldn't keep, and a lot of promises in which she thought she had certain power, but she didn't, realizing that no matter what she said, she's always overpowered by a man's decision and what's going on with Gilead. Her saying that, hey, I'm going to make sure that you don't get posted. I'm going to make sure this, changing stuff around, then finding out that Janine could be posted with, the Lawrences now, right? And she could see her daughter, but her daughter's not even going to be there this summer, and then she's under a trial period. And Janine at this point is just being so frustrated. I think she really wanted to act nice and polite to get her foot in the door, just to get that final middle finger and telling her, hey, do you think we're friends? Like, do you think I like you? I think you're one of the worst people ever. She's over it. She's done, and what she's saying, she's thinking about her daughter, but maybe she's had enough. And then she could have been blindsided and brainwashed and really thinking that Aunt Lydia could protect her, right? And, I said something stupid because Aunt Lydia has let her got away with so much. Maybe she just got lax with the thought process and not thinking that, dang, the eyes are going to come and get me. I mean, they got her, completely about to go somewhere. I don't know if she's going to the colonies. I don't know if they're going to take her tongue. I think in season 6, when they show what's going to happen with Janine, it's going to start that emotional spark in a lot of the viewers and really, really hating a lot of characters. The only thing that's going to give redemption to Aunt Lydia is if she helps Janine in her fate. And in that she drops the ball and drops the dime on a lot of stuff to the Americans or the Canadians. Season 6 will be a lot of people making their final decisions on where they stand and where they go. Now, when it comes to a series that's dealing with war, there's a lot to disconnect. It can't just be this, we're going to just, have this army arrangement to just, swoop down on Gilead, do a whole bunch of attacks, and in the end, Gilead is so tight-lipped with their strategy and their tactics. What's going to need to be revealed in season 6 is how to penetrate them and find out how and they move and shake with not only trade, but their air force, right? Their strategy in changing passcodes and who they talk to. In order to take Gilead down, that is the process. Or unless they're going to snuff them out when it comes to the trade, they're going to stop with food trade, because it's been mentioned in several seasons before that Gilead does need more food. But at the same time, we have more countries that are saying kudos to, doing what you did with the Americans. And I said in the last recap and review, I wonder if those countries are saying that in order to get on Gilead's good side so they can penetrate, right? Because we can have spies all over the place, y'all. I really want to find out who was filming Hannah, because Hannah saw it, stopped in her tracks at the school, and then kept going. I don't know, was that Nick? Like, who was that? I want them to reveal who took that footage of Hannah, because clearly Hannah didn't spill the beans about who was filming her, and she saw it. So season 6, I hope they give us a lot of surprises and a lot of flashbacks and who's been doing what. The flashback of who was the person who gave the information about, hey, they're coming, right? To coming to get the girls, and I'm gonna know all of that. And if there is a spinoff, what would that spinoff entail when it comes to war strategy and those next steps with Gilead? Because I don't want that to be redundant, and I'm really conflicted if I'm going to watch the spinoff. Unless it's confirmed that the spinoff is just going to be like 2 seasons or 1 season or something like that, like just a mini series, then I'll watch it. But if it's in the plan for just to keep going and going, I'm done. Let me know what you think about the season finale. I thought it was amazing. It's frustrating, but it was amazing. Amazing shots after June got hit, and seeing those moments of intense pain. Amazing acting, amazing cinematography. Let me know what you think. My only pullback was, of course, the frustration and giving more information and going just a little faster, because I felt this season really slowed down with a lot. It wasn't too intense for me, because we're used to that, right? And when you give us that, that taste of that medicine, you want to keep it coming. But I'm just excited what they're going to do with season 6. I hope they give us a lot of closure and some sort of happy something. You know what I'm saying? Give us some happy something, because they just, it's intense. Let me know what you think. Like this video. Subscribe, share this video with family and friends. Also, leave your comments down below and follow me on Instagram at the same profile name. Donate to the channel if you want to. That would be awesome. But it's not, required. In the meantime, in between time, make sure to watch other series. Atlanta, the final season of the Emmy Award-winning FX original series, Atlanta. The final season of Queen Sugar, and so much more. In the meantime, in between time, I'll see you for season 6. For those of you who have rocked with me this entire season, thank you so much, and also previous seasons. And if you haven't watched the previous seasons and you want to binge watch, feel free to do that. Check out the playlist. In the meantime, in between time, remember to take care of yourself and each other. Bye.